Well, howdy. How are you? Good to see me, and of course you, but I'm seeing me at the moment. It's good to see me. So I'm back off my holes, and I've got the tan and the gleaming white teeth, and I've missed gaming. Crikey, I haven't been able to do anything. The place we stayed was advertised as having excellent Wi-Fi, and when we first got there, it was like 3 megs, and I couldn't do a thing with it. And anyway, the landlord, very nice, very lovely people, they rated it up to 17 megs, but it still wasn't good enough. And even though I had unlimited data on my phone, and the phone was getting 190 megs per second on 4G, the tethering was capped at 20, and I couldn't even do a decent stream. So I've played nothing for 2 whole weeks. And I've been watching the pro games and everybody having fun streaming stuff, and I even dipped into a few on YouTube, but I've not been able to have a look at them. So I thought, right, now that I'm back, it's time to have a look and see what I think. Hope you guys are well. Captain, hi Rokk. That's my, of course, that is my, what is that? That's my Scandinavian name, Rokk. I like that. Rokk the Viking. I'm good. How are you, my friend? Thanks for popping in. Don't worry. I'm all good. But I'm very rusty in the whole, not just the whole streaming thing, but the whole game playing thing. Very rusty and feeling a little apprehensive, and not a little bit warm as well in my little shed here. Dang, it's warm. Now, I was, for some reason, I can't see how to... You guys don't mind if I don't automatically respond, do you? I'll read the chats and all that stuff. So here they are then. Here are the pro games, and I'm not sure which one to start with. I was thinking to myself, I ought to start with the one that I think I'm going to like the least. But as I haven't played any, I haven't a clue which I'm going to like the least. My guess is a lot of people have said they've become addicted and love Roguebook. But the truth is that it's the kind of card game thing isn't really my bag. Arcade games are not really my bag, although I love Worms of old. For me, I think the two that I'm really interested in are Five Nights at Freddy's and Those Who Remain. Now, I know very little about Those Who Remain. I saw, I think John Scar was streaming it at some point recently, and I actually didn't watch the stream because I thought it was an old game, and then I've just realised that it's actually a pro game. Fast and Furious, that only popped up the other day, didn't it? I don't think that was out on the day, Shifter. So I'm not sure whether to just dive into one of the two that I think I'd like the most and spend some time in those, or work my way through the ones that I'm likely to not like as much. I guess that's the best way to put it. Let's start with Centipede. Let's fire up the old Centipede, because I'm not much of an arcade game lover, to be fair. A lot of people love that kind of quick, see if you can beat your score kind of thing, and get on the high score table and all that stuff. But That's never been my thing. So let's have a look anyway. Let me know if you struggle at any point with the audio, if the game is too quiet or too loud, or I'm too loud or too quiet. I will obviously have a little play with that. I probably won't hear the game. Actually, looks like neither will you, unless this is all coming through a mix. We'll see in a second. You guys let me know anyway. You can see I've not played it before. There's the eponymous important safety information. And off we go. Atari. Hope you're well. Hope you've been keeping well for the last 2 weeks. Oh, look, it's Atom Vision. Ha. Sneaky box. Oh. Right. I think I can hear it now. To use social features, Lola, Atari, your friends list. Yeah, okay. What's up, Geek to Sneak? How are you, buddy? Thanks for popping in. I'm good. I hope you're good. I've just got back from holidays yesterday, last night in actual fact. Hey William, how are you? Yeah, it's all got the glow going on, man. Makes the teeth look good. I'm well. I'm refreshed after 2 weeks away, and which was very nice. We had some amazing weather. Hey, Foos and Elsa. What a lovely Foso and Elsa. What a lovely name. How are you? Thank you for joining. Good to see you all. I thought, well, you know what? I've not gamed at all in 2 weeks. Not even. Oh, that's not true. I played a bit of snooker or pool on my phone on the flight back yesterday, but it wasn't very good. I'm good to hear that. That's excellent news. Thank you for popping in. So I'm rusty as anything. I've not done much in the way of streaming, and I haven't played a great deal either. So you'll have to bear with me. Oh, hang on. I need to switch over to right now then. So what I thought I'd do is I would have a look at the July Pro Games. Because I haven't. I mean, I've sort of watched a few people streaming them and getting actually decent views. But so you could do classic as well. That's interesting. But I haven't had a chance. There's been no Wi-Fi of any great use where I am. So I thought I'd have a look at the games in succession from the ones that I think I'll enjoy the least, which is purely subjective at this point, through to the ones that I think I might enjoy the most. I'm interested in what you guys who have Stadia Pro accounts, who have also had a chance to play all of the July Pro games, what your thoughts are. There's been lots going on, that's for sure. I've been kind of keeping an eye on the news as best I can, or game news and stuff. Looks like we are going to get Saints Row, which I don't know that it's a kind of game I would really like, but I know that a load of people have really been hoping to get it, and it's going to be a day and day as well. I've not seen the official, but I have seen Bryant's Nerf report, and MM2K mentioned it as well, so that was cool. Oh, ouch. Game over, man. Game over. So, what's up, Dr. Spaceman? How are you, buddy? Good to see you. Yeah, I'm just back off my holes, my friend, and I've not been gaming for 2 weeks. So I am rusty as anything. I'm just as rusty when it comes to the old streaming game as well. So, oh dear. So I thought, you know what, I need to just dive in, have a look at these Stadia Pro games. I've got so many games that have landed across all the various platforms while I've been away that I can't wait to have a look at. But I thought I'd start by checking out the July Pro games. Now I know a load of people have really enjoyed Centipede. There's been a big old community high score thing going on. I saw Project Storm did really well, and I think Purple Haze was having a crack at it. That's not really my thing, to be honest with you, as can be seen in the basis of my rubbish scores. But I do get it, and it's the old school kind of arcade itch that a load of people like. I'm more of a story progression kind of RPG. So I'm looking forward more to maybe Five Nights at Freddy's, and the other one I've forgotten the name of. Hello, Martin! How are you, my friend? Mr. Happy Cloud Gamer. Good to see you, buddy. How is old, what was he called? Silas Tan, or Siler Tan, whatever the name of the pirate guy was. That was so funny. Yeah, do you let's have a, what's the classic like then? That looks very similar to the recharged one, but actually it's kind of running a bit slower, I suppose. But yeah, you know, it's. I mean, I get it. I think there's kind of at least one mobile optimized game that comes out with the Pro list. I'd say this was that one. I may be torn down a strip for saying that, but it looks to me like a kind of thumb smasher on your old Android, or can you play it on iPhone yet? I think you can, but you have to do the web version, don't you? I did try while I was away, but it just wasn't working for me, sadly, because I haven't played anything for so long. Whoa, curse smash! Right, I think that's enough of that game. That's not my cup of tea. We'll come back. It's always excellent, always excellent. Of course it is. All right, what's next? Oh, hang on. Here we go. Next up on the old Stadia Pro Games, I'm taking them from the store just because they're kind of mixed in for some reason on my list. So Those Who Remain and Five Nights at Freddy's, they're the two that I'm kind of... Is that his name? Sabletown. So was he like... he's like a kids' TV show thing, is he, Martin? Like... oh, what used to be that show with... Oh, there was a girl with pink hair, and I know it came out of Sweden, I think. I forgot what it's called now. Caliphate! Oh, I missed you too. I missed all you guys. Listen, just a quick question. Are you guys okay with the chat down the side of the screen? Because I'll turn it off if it's covering stuff up. It's a long story for FNAF. Yo, Rokk. Hey, Dre, good to see you too. Wow, the gang are in town. Great to see you guys. Do you know, I've been 2 weeks without gaming, and only those 2 little tiny streams that I did. I am so rusty, and I'm so chuffed that you guys have jumped in to say hello. Thanks, Caliphate. And I've just had a quick look at Centipede. Yeah, you know what? It's not really my thing, but I do get why so many people love it, and I know that there's been some kind of community, sort of top spots and all that kind of thing. So the next one that I think I'm not gonna like, I'm doing them in that order, is Roguebook. Now I know Ray said he's addicted to this game. I think John Scar really enjoyed it as well. I'm sure it's brilliant. Yeah, Dre, I'm a bit on the... But you know, the thing is, I don't go out of my way to tan, so this is just exposure to the sun. As you kind of wander around, you know how it goes. My girls, on the other hand, they look like bronze goddesses. But I've just got this kind of walking in the sun and diving in the shade thing. So, you know, on that basis, my arms are kind of white on one side and kind of brown on the other, because I just don't do the whole tanning thing. I'm covered in moles from when I was younger, and I did silly things like put flipping cooking oil on, not literally, but you know, that kind of level of suntan lotion, and got sunstroke and really badly burned and stuff. And I'm just kind of mindful that you can push it so far, and then, you know, nasty things can happen. The FNAF is not as scary. Oh, Five Nights at Freddy's, all difficult as the previous ones. This one I would say is simpler. I have never played a Five Nights at Freddy's, Caliphate, so I'm quite keen. I'd heard of it before, but not really because wasn't it an Xbox only game originally, or am I making that up? But either way, I'd not played it before. And I know there are tons of people that... this is a beautiful looking game, by the way. I know there are loads of people who get easily jumped, but I don't. Horror stuff doesn't really do it for me. Spaceman, I'm playing with the kids. Gotta go. Take care of yourself, buddy. Good to see you. Thanks for popping in and saying hi. Really appreciate that. Crow, my good friend. How are you? Welcome back. Thank you, mate. It's great to see you. I'm kind of having a quick look at the old Stadia Pro games. I know they've all been done to death. I've been gone for, what are we now, 8 days, 9 days into July? But I thought, what the heck? It's about time I had a quick look. So new run, a progression. Of course it's a new run. So I don't know anything about this, other than I think it's a card game. Oh, it's a hide and seek game. So is it a bit more like... oh, what's that one with the neighbour? Hello Neighbour. Is it more like Hello Neighbour, that kind of thing? Is that how it works? So, right, what do we do here then? I'm just mindful that I'm probably not going to give these the proper gameplay that they need. But I just wanted to have a quick look at them. Lo-fi! How are you? You love it. Lo-fi, I've heard that from so many different places. And on the surface... because it's that kind of, I think it's like a card game thing, isn't it? I've sort of thought, is it for me? Is it not for me? It's not the kind of game I would normally play. But I've seen so many people like Ray and now yourself and others saying how addicted they've become to this. So I've got to give it a fair shout. How are you, my friend? Good to see you. Oh, it's lovely to see so many faces. I have to admit, do you know what? I get a bit bored in the sun when we do sun-based holidays, which this pretty much was. We were stuck out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, it was an hour's drive to the nearest big town. I get a little bored, and I was really hoping that I'd be able to do some cloud gaming, but alas, alack, the Wi-Fi was crud. Well, we have a quick catch up with these. You know, Rokk, I was off PO for 4 months. And renewed this month. Okay. Imagine how many games I've got. Oh man, I know this is the thing though, isn't it? You know, I've been away for 2 weeks and I've come back and there's a ton of games in Game Pass. There's a ton of PlayStation games, some trials that I want to try out. There's a couple of games from the Epic Store. I even bought one that that I saw was on sale on Steam. And obviously all of the pro games here, it's like, I don't know where to start. The guy that created Magic the Gathering helped me with this. Ah, right, that's interesting. Happy says, I did hear some news that NFT is not doing so well for investors, so it might not be much more talked about. Yeah, funnily enough, a good friend of mine, just as I was getting on the plane, it's honest truth, just as I was getting on the plane to head out to Corfu in Greece, sent me a link. So actually, he said, what he asked was, he said his son had built a website for trading NFT specifically aimed at gamers. He said he was aware that gamers were very skeptical about NFT and he felt that he'd come up with some way to sell them that got over a lot of that skepticism. And he asked me to have a look at it and he gave me his Twitter and I never actually got to it. And I have to be honest with you, NFTs, none of the cyber stuff, none of the crypto stuff's really ever interested me. I've never been into shares or day trading or anything because I'm not mathematically brilliant anyway, and that stuff kind of worries me when you're using your own money. So I tend to stick to the stuff that I know. Killing Floor, yeah, Killing Floor 2. It's on GFN, so I have grabbed that one, as they say, ready to play. Hello, Victor. How are you, my friend? I'm doing a really bad job of having a look at these games, but to be honest with you, it's you guys that I've missed. Actually chatting to you guys. This is brilliant. It's great to see so many of you. Thank you so much. Happy Cloud Girl, I guess you'd call it a few nights since the game takes place in one night. Yeah. Few nights at Freddy's, love that. I'm going to have a look at that one. I'm probably going to look at that one second to last, because I'm kind of working through these in the order that I may not like them, which sounds really judgmental, because I really should give them proper time. Particularly as I know this one, which I put there as my second from last is so loved. So anyway, Nadim, this is one of my brushes. It is a brush. What do I do with it then? Oh, okay. I found Sirocco. I should go see if he is okay. Are you Sirocco? Yes. Yo, Shara, where are we? We need to get out of here. I don't like the smell of this place. Yeah, that would be me. I'm on a diet, a vegetarian diet. To explore more of this cursed book, you must harvest the very ink it is used to form its creations. A tricky task. Okay, what now? Raccoon. To gather its precious ink, you must overcome the book's creations in battle. Thanks, Caliphate. Well, yeah, you know, I will give it my honest, quick appraisal, because it isn't going to be the detail that the games really need, I don't think. Hoping you can hear me and the game okay. As always, let me know if there's any kind of audio discrepancy. Right, here we go. Look out, they're attacking. So I've got some cards along the bottom. It looks to me like two of these are for old Soccer Score, whatever his name was. Three of them are for me. So we've got a couple of defenders, a strike and a guard. So no problem. We both go on the defensive. It's great quality, isn't it? I reckon. I mean, I'm streaming at 1440/60, which is what I always try and stream at. And I'm playing on a 1440 monitor, so I'm not sure if it's higher res than that, but it's certainly pin sharp on this 1440, and I think I read it was 4K 60, which doesn't surprise me given that it's a fairly low action game. Lovely animations though. No problem, if we both go on the defensive it won't even scratch us, says Soccer Scores. So I don't want to press X because that looks like it ends my turn. Okay, now we choose a card. So we've got 2 blocks, we've got a strike. The dude over there has 20 out of 20 on his health, and he has 15 damage, I'm guessing. So attacks for 7. Let's go with our first attack for 7. There we go. And that's taken his health down to 13, so that was a fairly strong... He's not attacking me yet, so I probably would have to put a block in at the end, I guess. Ignore this much damage taken. Next turn, when a hero plays a card that gains block, they swap to the front. Right, so let's get our man here to strike. Okay, it's him down to 6. So we've got a guard and a defense. So I think we probably need to whack that one in and that one in for him as well. No, that doesn't work. So end turn, I'm thinking. Let's get this guy a go. That's good. That flicks out some more cards. Now it's our turn to fight back. Am I doing this right? Is this how it works? I've played kind of card games like this before, but what's the one that Duncan really loves? Something the Tower. Defend the Tower? Or something along those lines? I forget what... I know he's got one that he really, really enjoys. So we're going to go with a lunge. That's an attack for 9, so we ought to do that. There you go, that's killed him off. Yay! Trey said, seems easy. Yeah, but you know what, I think it's a training mode. Yeah, exactly. Just a trainer. So I've won some ink. Hurrah! Reveal 3 spaces in a straight line. So, probably a wonderful display. Thanks for tweeting, Caliphate, by the way. I just saw that popping up. Much appreciated, my friend. A wonderful display. I knew you would be the ones to help me get out of here. Be warned, many of the creations of the book will be much stronger than what you've just seen. Before going further, you should gather your belongings. Righto. By combining inks and skillful brush strokes, you're able to paint the paths you need. Oh, is it? So it's kind of like a roguelite type thing. I'm not a fan of those. I'm sounding so negative. I've not played anything for 2 weeks. I should be much happier and full of the joys of gaming. As a young man, says Martin, I took out a loan to study, but did not go to school. No. I did invest in shares, 50,000 krona, which is about £5,000 with a very low rent. Lost it all. So you got no education and you lost all your money, Martin. I would say that you learned life's biggest lesson right there. The only stock that I ever... My brother-in-law is a stockbroker, and the only stock that I ever consulted him on, and he told me not to invest in, did extremely well, and I've never bothered to ask his advice ever since, because I missed out completely. By combining inks and skillful brushstrokes, you're able to paint the paths you need. And I will show you. Use your ink here. Use your ink here. Right, okay. So the idea is to get over to that stuff, I guess, is it? Is that the plan? What? 9 what? Yeah, I mean, I think it's like ink. So you reveal 3 spaces in a straight line. I should use the ink by pressing X. Yeah, but there's no X on it. Oh, it's over there. I think it's like everything, isn't it? If you're going to invest money, only ever invest what you can afford to lose. If you've only got 5,000 and you invest a lot, then, that's gambling. It's gambling. So when I press X, it chooses the ink. This isn't where I need to use that. It says Sukaro, whatever his name is. I think this is a wonderful game, but I'm bored. So I'm going to try one of the next ones. Oh dear. I know, but that's how I am. I know I need to give it proper time, but time's too precious, and we want to try something else, don't we? Let's look at worms. What's that then? Oh, these are new ones that have been added as well for me because of Ubisoft Plus. We've got Rabbids and Far Cry. I played a bit of Far Cry 3 actually before. It's a bit old, but it's all right. That's the way it goes, Dre. I can't. Life's too short, mate. Now, Worms, on the other hand, I have played a bit of Worms before. There used to be another game a bit like Worms. What was it called? Do you know, it's really weird. But the minute I get streaming, my memory goes. That's how Cowboy also does his first looks. I know. Look, if I was playing this stuff on my own, I would take the time. But I just think nobody wants to see me sit there like a dumbass trying to work out really simple things. Because when you're streaming, you're thinking about what people are saying. You're looking at how many people are watching the stream. You're checking to see if the quality's there. You can't kind of put your brain into it, which is why I don't mind doing quick looks. But if I'm going to play a game, I like to just say, right, this is the game I'm going to play. And then we take the time. Lemmings, thank you, Caliphate. That was the one I was thinking of. I loved Lemmings. I absolutely adored it. Let's go. Right, would you like to create your own customized? No, not now. No time. Don't worry about community. And this one looks more like a 1080 to me, which is quite weird. Training. Okay, we'll do a bit of training. Yeah, why not? Worms. Okay, this is very ye olde England looking to me. I've got window open because it's really hot, and I can smell someone's got a Barbie on the go. Now that's particularly distressing to me because I'm on a diet. It's kind of salads all the way. Yeah, weren't they just? Lemmings was just so much fun, and Worms was very similar. So walk with your D-pad. There we go. Move the camera with les boutons. I'm just wondering if you could see that you can see everything, can't you? Can you hear everything? Is the sound okay? Jump with an A. Where am I? Oh, there I am. What is that? Oh, I see. That is the that's the projector. Right. Up we go. We've picked up some health. Whee! And you want this. Oh yeah, baby. Right, so adjust direction. Okay, and double tap to flip. And that's going to flip you up, I guess, is it? Yeah, there we go. Cool. I hear yes, says Caliphet. Oh yes. They were great times, great games, simple games, but fun games. Like old Jeff. Anybody here remember Jeff Minter and his Llamasoft games? I met that guy once. He was a total hippie. You do a flip backwards. Thank you, buddy. Okay, what we got here? Open weapons panel with B. And there it is down there. What is it? It's a ninja rope. So then, presumably, we aim said rope. Whoa. Might have to adjust these settings. It's they're quite... There we go. Fire with an X. So, only to that point. I'm out of here. And swingy ding ding. You don't actually need to use the D-pad. You can use the left thumbstick. Turns out. I went really Devonshire then. No. Oh wow, rookie mistake. I watched Chariot Man playing this, and this is bringing back. Maybe I can use that weapon. Was it X? No, not that one. Let go. No. Chariot Man was making these same errors. I feel kind of rookie. No, go away. Okay, so it only goes up so far. Backflip. Up we go. There we go. Dre. I like to call those cowboys first and last looks. Yeah, he has less patience than me. I did leave a comment on which video was it? Oh, he played Death Stranding, and as any regular watcher of any of my stuff will know, that's one of my favourite games of all time. I mean, I'm not going to say it's, it's maybe certainly top 15. But I told him, don't bother reviewing it because you're not going to like it. It's not going to be for you. And I sort of put it down in the comments. I think he took it personally. I play Cloud Gamer. I played True Mass Effect Legendary from the start. I forgot it all so great for me. I tried recently, Martin. To be honest, do I need to go out there or something? How do I get up there? Swing with the matey. Yeah, got there. Release. Did all that. Go out to the edge. Oh, select parachute. But don't I need to get up there first? Or do I jump off and then... Yes. Okay. But I didn't leave myself... Oh, I can go up and down with the rope. Alrighty. So what you need to do, I'm guessing, or what I need to do is swing out there. Swing out, sister. Go really swing. Get right to the edge. No, not down there, you fool. And then let go and fire it again. Let's try. Oh, didn't release. Try an X. Oh no, dagnammit. Open weapons panel. All right. I know, I saw the parachute. I don't need it now. I fell down. And I kind of feel like I needed to get up to that target. Oh yes. Okay, let's try again. So swing. Let's get some momentum going here. Swing low. No. Oh look, there's a chest. Go away. What's that? Oh, that's the jetpack thing, isn't it? Yes. Let's get the old jetpack out. What games do you have installed on your Xbox, Rokk? What do I have installed on my Xbox? Really good question, Dre. I was having a look earlier. I installed Route 96 this evening, so I'm going to be doing that on Rokk Play at some point. I was looking forward to that game. I think it was supposed to be coming to Stadia. And I saw that they'd got the exclusive on it. It may still come eventually, so I installed that. But other than that, I've got a ton of games. What I tend to do on the old Xbox is... let's get that one going. Deploy your jetpack with X. I tend to stream them, give them a little go, and then, yay. If I like it, I might install it. You know, if it's like a really do well with the old 4K and all that stuff. Ron! He's here for his boner! Oh, I love you, Ron. I say it to Ron every time. He knows it. It's a manly thing. Now then, let's see. Let's go up here and... Dun, 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 dun. What am I supposed to do when I get to that thing then? Whee! Yes, I tell you what, Skull and Bones surprised me. I watched the Ubisoft event the other day. It was yesterday, actually, yesterday morning. And damn, that looks good. I think it looks good. I mean, it kind of looks... Select fire. Open weapons panel. Am I supposed to shoot this thing then? What's that? It's a fire punch. Let's do it. Oh yeah! Alright. Well, that's alright. I successfully completed that. Yeah, Ron is a very special character. A man of few words, but each one very carefully chosen. Training passed. Continue or restart. That's a pass. I'm happy with a pass. It may not have been excellent, but it was good for me. The red hair kid show Sweden is Pippi. What? Did you just say that out loud and you didn't mean to, Martin? Or did it just come out that way? Now let's just get into the campaign. We'll do a quick campaign and then we'll have a look at the next one. The red-haired kid show Sweden is Pippi. I know where you're coming from. It may have been called that in. Norway. What was it called? It was pink, her hair, and she was a lot older in real life. Oh crikey, what was she called? And actually, the baddie in it died of cancer a few years back. Oh, I can't remember. The guy that wrote it, I think, was like an Olympic athlete or something, a Swedish Olympic. I must have given a few clues there. Someone's going to come up with it. And they did lots of like pop songs and tours and things. I remember my kids were massively into it. What am I doing? Don't fight. Ah, brilliant. The sheep and the worm. Pippi. You thinking of Pippi Longstocking, Martin? That's a different thing altogether, but it could be. Could well be. Oh, what was it called? Wonder. I'll have to ask my kids, you know. I feel like this needs a lot of concentration, so I'm gonna do a cowboy on it, and it was good. I do like this new style of screen in the store that Stadia have rolled out. And what's particularly good is they've left a corner for me. You see this? They've left it blank so that I'm not covering anything up. I think that's really. I'm gonna hang on, Martin. I've got to find this out because it's annoying me now that I can't remember what the damn thing was called. It was Lazy Town, Mike. Mwah! That was exactly what it was called. Thank you, my friend. I knew somebody would come to my rescue. Lazy Town. Wow, I wonder what she looks like now. I mean, you know, she was kind of hot, let's be fair. Yes, Lazy Town, that was the fella. Well done. Oh, dear. David Wilson. Why's the cam on a leather jacket? Oh, wait, that's Rokk. Nice to see you, but how was your holiday? Yeah, my holiday was darn good. Thank you so much. I see David remembers Lazy Town. Oh, yes, the many a young, hot-blooded fellow remembers Lazy Town for all the wrong reasons, I'd have to say. Primo, good morning to you too, sir. How are you, buddy? Great to see you. Thank you so much. The funniest thing is I've been watching all you guys while I've been away, so I don't feel like I've gone with watching all you fellas. Right, now why am I seeing all these new games? I'm just having a quick old peep at the barbecue. It's not mine. I'm gutted. I'm having a quick peep at the Stadia Pro Games, which I know you guys have all done. But they're new to me, and that's fair enough. So, Fast and Furious. I'm kind of going... Actually, Worms I would have put ahead of Fast and Furious, but that's all good. I bet this was... I'm willing to bet this was Cowboy's favourite. Am I right? Am I right or am I right? Now, this is the same guys who do all the kids' games on Stadia, isn't it? I believe. I think I'm right in saying. Forgotten what they're called, but you know who I'm talking about. Are you getting your name on that Centipede leaderboard, Rokk? Not a chance in hell, David. In fact, I played it for about 2 minutes of the stream, and that was enough. Then I feel like I've done it now. No, I'm not a leaderboard kind of fella, and multiplayer and all that malarkey. Yeah, Martin. I hope it isn't. I'm just saying about Skull and Bones. Yeah, I hope it's not dripping in micro stuff. To be fair to them, that's not been their MO to date. But from my point of view, I look at it. You know what? It's going to be Ubisoft Plus anyway. So I've got it. It's coming my way. I think it's fair to say any brand new Ubisoft game is going to be a Ubisoft Plus game from now on. So I've got beginner spy, licensed spy, or professional spy. Let's go with licensed, just for the sheer chuckle. Do you want to start the... Yeah, well, I ought to, didn't I, really? It does look great, though. Well, sorry, Primo. Primo says, I mean, the price, it already is. It better not be... Yeah, it's like $70 or $80, isn't it? I mean, it's a full-price game. I don't think they will. It's not been their model. It's not their business. They're not like EA, which is all about... It's in the game. It's not. It's in the microtransaction and Activision. Here's how to drive. Press R to accelerate. Yeah, that's all fairly standard. Thank you. Straight through that. Smash that up. Yeah, steering. Oh, do I need to use... Why do I need to use a D-pad? Well, surely you can just use the left thumb, can't you? Or is it quicker by... No? Next, brake and reverse. Yeah, I've got all that. It's all fairly standard, isn't it? So I've got bomb. I've got some stuff down there. Weaponry to use in the game. Once you stop, hold L2 to move backwards. Okay. Somebody told me that a lot of the games that these guys put out are developed in Italy, which I thought was quite interesting. I hadn't particularly heard of them being a full-on kind of a country of gaming developers. Drifting will be your salvation. Into turns while steering, hold L1 or R1. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Doing it. Oh, it's just like me on holiday. Oh, I tell you, I absolutely love driving abroad. Which, of course, means driving on the right-hand side of the road, because there are very few of us that drive on the left. But I adore it. I really, really love it. That said, their model isn't traditionally live services, is it? Well, no, but it has become more and more so over the last couple of years, of course. And certainly what we call gaming as a service, GAS, that's been change camera. Oh, yeah. That's certainly been the model they've been going down. So they're kind of, Game Pass, but for one studio. I don't think they're going to go down that road. I mean, they do have it. I mean, let's not write it off completely. I'm just trying to think. All the recent Assassin's Creeds, Watch Dogs Legion, all the newer games have definitely had micro transactional stuff, but all of it's been cosmetic. None of it's been particularly important to the game. So, it is there. So when I say they don't do it, they do it. So redact all of that. But it's going to be good. Right, respawn. Every spy needs help. There we go. We've respawned. Are we anywhere near this? Respawn. Yep. Let's talk about energy. Clearing of time. Yeah, whatever. I wish I'd skipped this. I could have worked all this out. Yeah, confirm. Let's get the hell out of here. Try to collect it until the bar is filled. See, racing games don't do it for me either. Lazy Town. Iceland. Thanks, Martin. Yeah, I knew it was somewhere north of Devon. Try to collect it until the bar is filled. What? Collect what? I didn't read it. I skipped that bit. What am I collecting? I like the little sparks underneath. Oh yeah, I've got a story about car hire, actually. We hired a Kia Exceed, only because I did some research before we went. They looked to have one of the biggest boots, so we had like 4 massive suitcases, because my girls just don't know how to pack. So they just shove everything into suitcases, right? And so a quick race, shall we? So had a Kia Exceed, nice car. It was all right. Automatic, obviously right-hand drive or left-hand drive, whatever. Los Angeles. Yeah, whatever. I don't mind. Let's just do it. And I filled it up because you have to take it back full. And my girls decided to stop off at a monastery, so we took a small detour. And when I got back to the Hertz renter thing, it had gone off the full, like the full thing. And I've got to choose my corrector. Let's have that one, because she looks like the girl from, you guessed it, Lazy Town. I've got her name now. And AC Unity. Dave says the UTM mark. Yeah, I think thinking about it again, David, I think a lot of the Assassin's Creed games have had it. It's not dependent on it. I never spend a single quid on what's going on here. Skip, get on with it. Anyway, so I took it back and it wasn't quite full, and they said they wanted to charge me 36 euros. I said, well, hang on a minute, I've just spent 50 euros filling up half a tank. Why you? And they said, well, it's 16 euros to drive it to a garage and 12 euros of fuel. So I said, well, give me the keys and I'll take it. So I went back and picked up the car, walked up the other end of the airport, and got the car. Because I'm a tightwad. I drove it all the way to 15 minutes to a petrol station, a lovely little Greek lady. And I said, Kalimera, which is good morning. And she said, Kalimera, back to me. And it literally cost me 12 euros. I drove it all the way back, saying Efkaristo, which is thank you. And she said, Parakalo, which is you're very welcome. You see. Tell you, mate, I've said this before I go. I try and learn the words. I should be drifting here. I'm not even concentrating, am I? What the hell am I driving even? And so I saved myself 16 euros. Now, that was enough to buy a Burger King. Quite thoroughly enjoyed my Burger King just before we got on the plane. Very delicious. So that was my rent-a-car story. But yeah, the old Kia was all right. The Kia Exceed is. The sad thing is, having spent ages researching the. Oh no! Having ages researching. What's going on? What was she called? Martin, what was she called? The girl in Lazy Town. What was she called? What was her name? I keep wanting to say Dorothy, but it definitely wasn't that. Oh shoot! What was she called? Yeah, having researched the car for the biggest boot, it turned out the boot wasn't even that big, and we had to put a seat down and put a suitcase in there. So we should have stuck with the second choice, which was the Citroen Zara, which I think would have been a much better idea. But there you go. And he going to buy Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Looks good in the gameplay. Super good. I don't know. Oh, I tell you what though, Martin. Stephanie and Sporticus. Cheers, David. What was the name of the baddie with the big chin? What was that guy called? Because he, bless him, actually died a few years back. Cancer of the throat, I believe. In real life. IRL. Oh, this is where I'm going to die. Look at this. Yes, Stephanie. That was her. That was the girl. She didn't look as nice without the wig, though, it has to be said. What was I just saying? Oh, yes, I know what I was going to say. Martin, you'll like this. On Rokk Play, which is the sister channel to Rock Show, Robbie Rotten, that was the boy. Yeah, he died. He died of cancer, bless him. Robbie Rotten, that was the fella. I was always, I always didn't like the fact that he wore very tight trousers. That was always a bit disconcerting. Anyway, yes, to the sister channel. What happens if I go over that? Oh, last lap and I'm in 8th place. That's exactly how I like to play racing games. I'm going to be launching a new show, I think. I'm just kind of been kicking around some details while I was away. It's going to be probably on a Thursday. And it's going to be a complete review of all of the free games and the games as part of a subscription service that have come out in the week. Stadia, GeForce Now, Epic, Xbox Game Pass, PlayStation Plus Premium, all that kind of stuff. Plus game news in general, and any kind of info and stuff along the way. So what I'm kicking around at the moment is Who, because I don't want to do it on my own. I think it's... kind of see it in the vein of Rokk Show, although probably a little bit more serious because there'll be lots to go through. So I'm just kicking around at the moment who I'm thinking who would be good co-hosts for it. So if you guys have any thoughts, let me know. If you think you've got anybody that would be a really good idea. What does B do? Ah, yes, there we go. Have some of that sunshine. Yes, here we go, 7th. Yeah, so Thursday, my time, Thursday night, it'll be at a later time, obviously, than Rokk Show, because I want to try and make it accessible to more people stateside. Well, when I finally worked out that I could fire and shoot stuff, I did get 7th place. I quite like that. That seems quite fun. I know Cowboy really likes that, doesn't he? That's a kind of cowboy type game. I should imagine he really loved Centipede and that one the most. So, now we move into the games I've been looking forward to. Those Who Remain and Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm not sure about these two. Which of these two guys do you think I should go for first? Which is the one that's probably more susceptible to a quick look? I'm guessing Five Nights, but you let me know. Sorry, I've got something in my eye. He did, poor man. Yes, R.I.P. He was a good chunk of my childhood. Yeah, well, my kids as well. I'm that's the great thing about being a dad. You get to watch all that stuff. And, some of it's, the thing I've always loved about kids shows, because, of course, they're written and produced by adults, so they can't help themselves. They always sneak a little adult joke or situation in, and you just spot them when you're an adult. You don't see them when you're a kid. Right. FNAF or THR? TWR. Which one do you reckon, guys? Which one do you think? I would love to see your thoughts on Five Nights or on or Those Who Remain, Caliphate, because I know you were quite keen. I think you were keen on Five Nights, weren't you, mate? My first car was a Mazda 82, says Martin, and my car stopped front of a police control, so they had to help me to push it to start. Oh dear. And then it caught fire. Wow. Wowzer. I think my first car was a Ford Escort Mark II, but I may be wrong. I know I had one stolen and abandoned. It was crap. I bought a Mini once and I dropped it back the same day. Having driven it around, I wasn't impressed with it, and stopped the check. Yeah, I've owned quite a few. I haven't owned a car in my name privately for about 7 years. Right, okay, I'll go Five Nights because I think that's the one everybody's quite keen on. Let's see if it freaks me out. It'll be the first if it does. The only game that I've ever mildly been freaked out by was Blair Witch on PC, which I think I'm right in saying is on PlayStation now, as part of the whole thing. Audi 80. Well, that was a nice first car. Nice one. Absolutely. Right then, Caliphate, let's do it, my friend. How important is audio in this? Because I don't have it very loud in my ear. I can turn it up though, if you guys think I should. But I'm quite up for this. Press anything. And play. Do I need to look at the options? They're all usually preset, aren't they? We've got a high frame rate. Okay, let's do this. I'm accepting. What? Play. New game. New balls. Jump scares. Yes, Blair Witch. That did it for me. There was definitely a couple of jumpy moments in Blair Witch.
Would like you to put your hands together for the one, the only Freddy Fazbear.
Freddy Fazbear. So is the fact that he's, like a kiddie's cartoon-looking character, but is that part of what makes this scary? It will be creepy. Okay, let me. You won't see any of this, but let me just see if I can up the audio for myself while this is going on, which you've all probably seen a million times. I can hear it, but it's not mega loud, let's say. Where's my... There it is. Why am I not seeing my... There it is, got it. As long as I don't touch that. Right. Right, okay, I've got the audio up. Good and proper now, mate. It's only a jump scare when they catch you. So is it a bit like Hello Neighbor? Yeah, it's true though, David, isn't it? You do, you as an adult, it's a bit like watching the Carry On movies. As a kid, I loved them, but I was obviously into the sight gags and the slapping about and stuff. But it's only when you get a bit older you realise the old double entendres and everything. Do I need to skip this? Oh well, skipped it for me. Do be do. I'm not sure if it's connected by controller. Let's have a look. You can access your security cameras. Kind of okay. So, let me just excuse my armpit. I'm just going to increase the light. There you go. It's getting a bit dark. Let some light in.
I am experiencing a malfunction. The recharge cycle is not complete.
Ah, okay.
You shut up?
Who said that?
I did. And down here.
Down where? I still do not see you.
Okay, listen. You were sleeping, so I opened the stomach hatch and climbed inside.
My stomach hatch?
Oh,
That
okay.
place is reserved for oversized birthday cakes and piñatas. It is not a safe play area.
Exit Freddy. Why do I... Oh, I need to come out of him. Okay.
There you are. Scanning complete. How odd. Your guest profile is unknown to me. Who are you?
I'm Gregory.
Greg.
Gregory? Is he
I will
transitioning?
notify the main office.
I've given it full stereo now. Caliphate.
I cannot connect to the main network.
It's her. She cut you off. She's not going to let you call for help until she finds me.
Oh, look, I am in there. You can see just a bit of reflection.
Mother?
I hear footsteps.
Look out window.
That is the security guard. She can help.
No, I don't trust her.
Why not?
I don't know who she is, but she's trying to get me. Isn't there some other way for you to communicate with me besides talking so loudly?
Take this.
Street skater.
It is a novelty Freddy Fazwatch.
Take the Fazwatch from Freddy. Oh, come on. Who doesn't find the little toy box music thing scary?
Sending you an encoded message.
Shake it up. The kids show that Zendaya started her career with. Was it a Disney thing? That was pure filth. I'm going to check that out. Shake it up. Press Y to open your Fazwatch.
It is me, Freddy.
I think so is the answer. They would have watched. They watched, all that high school musical and all that stuff. I'm bearing in mind they're similar ages to you, actually, David. My eldest is 23, youngest is 19. So, hello, Gregory. It's me, Freddy. I'll escort you to the main entrance. However, I'm unable to leave this room. You should have no problem. There's a button on the wall that will open the door. It's usually Disney, isn't it? I mean, they seem to just spawn future pop stars. Okay, so I'm in a great place where I don't need car. It's been 5 years. Yeah, I haven't had a car in a long time. I had a really expensive car, and I just thought, what a complete prat. I don't need to impress anybody, so I got rid of it. What am I doing? Missions, find button. I can't get out, it won't let me. Okay, find button what? We're off to Button Moon. Oops, not that button. That's his watch. Free Freddy. Find button. Well, but do you need one? No, that's the thing, mate. I mean, they are incredibly expensive. Do I have to, when it says find button, there was something about old Freddy here, wasn't it, that he's damaged or something? I think you mentioned it. So I've got to find, on the wall says Caliphate. The wall in here. Which wall are we looking at? I mean, there's a door. Oh, there he is. There's Gregory. Where's this button then? Ah. Mission updated. Free Freddy.
Gregory,
Press 1.
there is an open-air vent inside the maintenance room. You will have to climb through the ventilation system and release me from the outside.
Release Freddy from his room.
It's pretty dark in there.
There is nothing to be scared of. You can do it.
Alright, we're off. Press and hold X to save your progress. Take some time to keep an eye out. X. Oh, you can't keep an eye out. Overwrite your yes, just do it. Oh. Hold X. That's the same thing, isn't it? Yeah. Oh no, there's a car in here. It's the ghost of Martin's car. Ooh. Talking of ghosts, I've just finished reading a Stephen King book, which I took on holiday, which was, it was all right, actually. I was really into it, and then right at the very end, I felt like he got bored with it, decided to move on, which was a shame. You know, like, I mean, so many of his books, Misery, I mean, all the horror books. Press R3 to crouch. Like so, get to the top. And then crouch. Gregory. There we go. Yeah, it's good though. I mean, he hasn't done a horror book for a little while. I read another one of his recently where a guy goes back in time to stop the assassination of JFK. That was really good.
Everyone wants to be you. You are the best.
Yeah, no, you're right. They're pretty scary. That's a similar kind of game, Martin, isn't it? Yeah, they're not much fun, are they? I agree. Yeah. Well, I've written, I haven't written books, but I've had to write. I've written quite a few articles and things, and quite honestly, it's very easy to get bored. But yeah, it kind of felt to me like he had. There were numerous ways he could have ended the book. I'm trying not to give any spoilers because, you know what, it's bound to get turned into a film or a TV series. Dean R. Koontz. I'll have a look at him, Zero. I haven't. How are you, my friend? I haven't. I don't think I've even come across that author. This is only the second or third Stephen King, but I have to say, I've become a really big fan. I love the fact that he works with very short, clippy sentences. Doesn't like do big paragraphs, and he spends a lot of time kind of describing what's going on. Down to the right. It's very dark in here. You guys know what's coming up, don't you? You're thinking, oh, Rocky's prattling on about his book. He's going to jump out of his knickers in 2 seconds. I tell you what's good about the book, though, without giving anything away, because you can find this. It's all over the place, and it's on the back of the book itself. But it's about this guy who was a sniper in Iraq, and becomes a kind of hired killer. And in his mind, he only kills bad people. But what Stephen King's done is he's kind of split the book between his time as a Marine in Iraq and then as a hired killer. So it's kind of both a war book and a kind of gangster type book at the same time, which is really great. And that's really cool, and there's a brilliant relationship in it. And it just kind of feels like it fizzled at the end. But it's about 480 pages, I think. Is that Freddy? Who's that in there? It's freaking Stephanie. Oh, okay, gotcha. So at this point in time, looks like I'm about to drop out of here. Am I meant to? What am I actually even looking for? Release Freddy from his room. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for visiting, and we hope you enjoyed the show.
It's a bit
But they'll be back again next week
clippy.
for a few days of scheduled maintenance. Please make your way to the front of the building, where you will be given novelty glasses, a voucher for one free soda refill, and where you will sign a legal disclaimer releasing us of all liability for anything that might have happened during your visit. Have an awesome night, and we'll see you again soon.
What are all these things? Are they important? Are they sort of watch out for me kind of stuff? Glam rock, Chica. Okay. This room, backstage pass. Who is that screaming in there?
The stupid door won't open.
You are going to need a photo pass to open the door. Apologies, I assumed you had one already. Well, you should be able to find
wondered if that was a save point, but at a convenience counter, you say. What about this little bag? Party foul. We paid for the glam Freddy Mega Deluxe Party Package, and Freddy broke down as soon as he got on stage. We paid to have him at the table and sing Happy Birthday. He was supposed to give her the cake. My daughter's birthday's been ruined. I demand something. Ah, okay. It rarely happens. So, probably not in a position to save anyway, am I? I haven't really achieved anything. Convenience store. Was it convenience desk or a summit? There's a speed. And you've got so much energy. Big door behind you. Ah, okay. Which is locked. One free photo pass. Do. I think I will. Thank you very much.
Now, please come let me out.
Hang on, mate. I'm just having a little look around. Martin, now look, mate. I may know the odd word.
Way to go, superstar. I knew you could do it. I know how to get you out of here. Climb back into my chest. There is still time, but we must hurry. If I am spotted, I will certainly be taken back to my room. I will escort you to the main exit through the utility tunnels. It is the safest path.
Okay, but you better be careful moving around. I don't want to be crushed and twisted into a meat.
It was Corfu, which is, if you don't know, it's an island on the west coast of Greece. It's Greek. It's a Greek province, but actually, interestingly enough, and I didn't know that. We didn't know this until we got there. Only about the bottom third of the island is actually parallel with the top of Greece. The top 2/3 of the island are actually aside Albania, believe it or not, the home of many a gangster. So yeah, that was very warm. It was very green as well because it was a little bit higher up, the top of Greece. It was really verdant. How to use Freddy? Use to control Freddy. X to exit. Bots cannot find Gregory when he's controlling Freddy. Hold X. Take care, Martin. Thank you very much for popping in, my friend. Enjoy your documentary. Whatever it is. I hope it's in... I found out all about the history of strawberries earlier. I love watching documentaries. Let's go. Right, so I now control Freddy. There we go, like that. And... yeah, it's a nice island, incredibly laid back, and we saw one police car in the 2 weeks we were there, and that includes actual police as well. We didn't see any. You can park wherever you like, pretty much within reason. So what am I doing here? Missions. Get to the main lobby of the Pizzaplex. And that's us down there. Well, I'm guessing I can't. I'm too tall to get under a lot of these places now. But I do have a light. Yeah, I've been to Rhodes twice. Lovely island. Rhodes is nicer, if I'm honest. If you're from Corfu, please forgive me. There's a lot more to do in Rhodes. It's absolutely gorgeous. Love Rhodes. Beautiful place. The Freddy door. Down, you got it. Okay. Yeah, the old Rhodes town. Beautiful, isn't it?
Say something. She's down here. We have to go back.
Do not worry,
The last time we went, I tripped up and sprained my ankle, though, in the hotel. So you would know Calimera, Calispera,
if I am sent back
Calinicta,
to the lobby before midnight.
Efcaristo, Palagore. These are the sort of basic Yasu, Ne. These are the basic words that you get by with in Greece.
You are broken.
Don't worry about it. I'm fine.
Vet! Hello, Aaron. How are you, my friend?
Wrong. I am taking you to the first aid station.
There's no time. I'm fine.
Hang on a minute. Enter first aid.
Freddy, you're supposed to be on lockdown.
Officer Vanessa, I do not know how I got here.
Well, you totally blew it tonight, you know. Your system crashed and you ruined the show. Now, parts and services have you on reduced power. They said as a safety precaution. Just one more thing to deal with.
I apologize.
Okay. Look, we're like 15 minutes from closing and some kid is sneaking around backstage. If you see anything, notify me immediately.
What up, JD3MXP? Thanks for popping in, my friend. I'm just realizing I'm looking very dark, but I guess it's it's in keeping with the game. So having a look at the old Stadia Pro Games for July, and we've got up as far as 5 nights at Freddy's.
I told you she was after me.
I said nothing. I will keep you safe. Let us go.
With one more to look at. So it's when his battery expires, that's when all hell breaks loose, is that right? Be that right? Be that correct? David says, by the time I was 7 or 8, I'd have to say my own order if we went out to eat. Big Mac and fries, please. Or to their friend's bar. Was terrible at it, though. Can't remember how many times I was scolded. Oh, mate, I would never be scolded. Finish going across the basement. Hokey cokey.
Where are we?
We are now under the Pizzaplex. These utility tunnels connect all the attractions.
We can go anywhere in the building?
Correct. Phaser Blast, Monte Golf, Roxy Raceway. They are all accessible to staff with high enough clearance, of course. Guests are never allowed down here.
Getting a bit of lag, which is unusual.
Situation.
Only with this game. I mean, it was a tiny amount. Here goes his battery. Freddy's out of power. He's unable to help until the start of the next hour.
I am terrible.
Okay.
The recharge cycle had not yet completed when I found you.
Yeah, I know, mate. I worked out it was Greece. I was pulling your leg.
You get into any trouble.
I don't know if I can do this alone.
As he's charging up for an hour. Food storage, whatever that is. Attention, all food in the securities or glow chick has been caught eating in the kitchen garbage. The makes repairs are costly. And more messages. Find the lobby, map, and cameras. So none of those have kicked in yet. It's a save point. I've been to Greece. I've been to Athens once, Halkidiki once, Rhodes twice, and Corfu. So yeah, I've been a few times to Greece. Probably been more times to Italy though, because brother-in-law's got a couple of places in Italy, so we've always got free accommodation. Yay, always up for free. Right, so this is where it all kicks off, is it? Ooh, Reggie?
It's Chica. Maybe I could distract her with something.
Noisemakers, press X to knock objects over and distract bots. Don't get spotted. Are we a big travel? No, not really. I mean, just your normal annual holiday stuff, mate, to be fair. But yeah, we've always gone somewhere. Although last year it was kind of lockdown-y still. So we ended up going to Scotland to visit relatives, which was really good. I'm just going to whack up the... there we go. Just putting up the... Opening up the lens. That's what I'm trying to say. And now I've got white head, which is a bit weird. Right. Oops. I did a distraction, but I don't think I meant to. Oh, mind you, she might come out looking for that.
This area is off limits.
Who said that? Robot dude? Robot dude! Oh, does the yellow thing stop behind you? So I'm yellow, right? Which means I've been... Ah, yes, there's a creature. Do I care that it's there? No, it's red, so it's seen me. Was that the jump scare? Did I jump? I didn't jump. Sorry, Caliphate. You so wanted to see me jump, didn't you? That's Vet's territory. What can I say? That's what he does. It takes a lot more than that to make me jump. Very good. Let's have a look at the final one. Just because they put a scream on there. Which is do-be-dee-doo, take that out of my ear now. Those Who Remain. Right. Bless. I'm telling you, has anybody here played Blair Witch? I genuinely think I played it on... I think I bought it on PC. Now that is a scary game. What did I think of Roguebook? I didn't play it long enough, David, to be fair. I mean, this is a bit of a sort of a whistle-stop look at all of the July Pro games. What I will do, once I've gone through all of these, I'll go back and have a look at them, give them all a little bit more time. You loved it, Calavet. Didn't you find that scarier? That thing whipping around in the trees and stuff. That was a bit of a jumpy moment. Yeah. Wired. Good old Wired. They're solid supporters of Stadia, aren't they? And supporting mental health as well. I hope they bring Martha to Stadia. That's a really good game. Is Martha Dead, or whatever it's called? What are you showing me this for? Oh no, I accidentally pressed A and it remembered it. Yeah, that I found spooky. Right, Options. Oh, we don't need any, do we really? Stadia takes care of all that stuff. Let's go with the... Oops, excuse me. Let's go with the new game. This looks... Oh, how many times have I overcooked it? There we go. Yeah, this looks graphically really interesting. Well, we'll do it together, Crow. Dormant Suburbs, 8:02 p.m. Looks 1080 to me. Sounds like Freddy. It's old Freddy Fazbender, wherever his name was.
Eventually, your past life feels like a distant dream.
So it's first person.
You saw a long time ago.
No one would have believed.
That you don't recognize. What's the point? I keep hurting everyone that loves me. The moment my wife needed me the most. Maybe it's time to end this.
Oh, it's got a text. I'm in the motel right outside. Dormant. Meet me there. The night is ours. I have a surprise. Who the hell calls their kid Dormant? Oh, what the hell's that all about? Dormant. Never trust a demon. He has 100 motives for anything he does. 99 of them at least are malevolent. Neil Gaiman. Yeah, he's an author, isn't he? Writes a lot of horror. English guy, if I remember rightly. Yeah, do you know, it's really funny, Zero. I used to prattle on about how I didn't think it made a big difference, but I've changed my mind completely. I really notice it now.
It's happening tonight.
And 30 frames per second as well is starting to jar on me. First world problems, hey? I quite like these sort of narrative-driven games, assuming that's what it is. Okay, find Diane. She's in one of these rooms, but it's a little bit green. Excuse me, a little bit grainy. Action. Throw. Throw what? Oh, okay, so A is do something and B is throw it. Yeah, that's all fairly irrelevant stuff. Ricezioni. Nice simple controls. I know nothing about this game. I don't know if it's a really old game or it's a fairly new one. My guess is that it's probably not that new, which is why it's 1080. So Roger Davis and Dana. So it was Dana, not Diane. Date room 2. Okay, take that as a clue. Hello, Mike. How are you, buddy? The return of Rokk. Bless. Good to see you, my friend. Thanks for popping in. Hope you're well. So just having a quick look, really, at the new July Stadia Pro Games, because I've not played anything for 2 weeks. It's been terrible. An object can be inspected. Can it? Oh, it's a bag or a TV or something, or it's all dark. It's just a little cupboard. That's a bottle, so we smash it for the fun of it. A box. Don't think there's anything in there that we need to worry about. we've looked at that. And room 2 for Dana, which you may have changed her name.
North Tone.
It may have said Dana. I thought it said Find Diane, but let's press the usual buttons. No. I'm just... Okay. R2 is... is speeds you up. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right, mate. Plus, is that number 2 or was it number 4? 4, so it's this way. Everybody is pushing really hard to beef up their service, aren't they? I mean, the next gen consoles are just amazing, and then of course, all the cloud gaming services is sort of it's a bit of a arms race, really. Locked. Let's see if we can get a key. Oh, there's a little smiley person. Yeah, 720p HD was amazing. Absolutely. I mean, you know, I remember the old PS2 and PS3 and was very happy. And then the very early PCs, you could only, I mean, you could sometimes only run games at 440. Was that a thing? 360, whatever.
Hello?
Turn the radio off. So I'm looking for keys to room 2. I think it's room 2. Roger Davis, Dan Rochester, Marie Hudson, Randy Turner, Stephen Bailey, and Dana Smith. And she's still there. The other first 3 have departed. 5, 4, and 2. 360, 480. Yeah, exactly. I remember playing games on PC where that was, you know, you try it out on 1080, but the graphics card was like, and so you'd have to whack it down to 480, and that was just a few years back. Yeah, I mean, I've got 2 monitors here. The one I'm playing games on is 1440, which cause it's got a high refresh rate, it's about 140, and then the one that I've got OBS on is a 4K monitor. But I actually prefer the 1440, if I'm honest. Right, where's the... Ah, here we go. Keys. I'll get round there. It did let me... Looks like the other side of the keys. You really notice it, I think. Let's get rid of that chair. When you've got games like this where they're quite dark, because the gradation's not there. This one's a little bit blurry. Is there motion? Let's have a look at the video. Rendering. Gamma. Oh, we've got a field of view. You don't see that very often. Gamma. Let's turn the gamma. Oh no, don't do that. If anything, turn it down. Contrast. We'll leave that. Leave it as it is. Oops. Stop it. There we go. Rendering. Post-processing. SSAO, bloom, noise off. Yeah, we don't want noise on, do we? What's SSAO and... I know what bloom is. I guess what noise is. I wonder what SSAO is. Either way, it's on. Maybe you want it off. Don't know. Resume game. 1620 looks great on 10. That's interesting. I know that on PC you get that option to kind of boost it beyond 100%, don't you? And sometimes it really does work. So there were no keys. Screen space ambient occlusion. And I'm sure that's a beautiful thing. Right, so we can't get into room 2. Looks like quick look around. I like it when stuff's highlighted. You don't have to go up and look at everything. Let's try all the doors. 2 was where we were meant to go in. We could also go around the back and see if we can get in that way. A couple of the rooms were vacated. Going to play some phone games with Georgia, so putting you on the TV instead. Bless you, my friend. Lurking and listening from now, but great chat, everyone. Enjoy your weekends, and amazing to see you again, Rokk. Thank you, my friend. I really appreciate that. And what are you playing on your phones? It's a shading method, SSAO. It's a shading method that helps objects blend better into the scene by adding shadows, making it look a bit more realistic. Oh, okay. Locked. 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 Right, they're all locked. So let's go see if we can go around the back. I'm fairly certain we checked everything out in the lobby, in the League of Legends. Get in there, my friend. Pretty certain I explored everything that was to be explored in the reception area. There were no keys, and there's nothing here other than stuff you can throw. There's a few mosquitoes and moths. I've seen enough of those things recently. Oh yeah, you can run, can't you? It's just a car park. That's a car. Oh. What about these bins? Yeah, I wish these games would sort of highlight stuff of interest, like, you know, the little glow or something. Particularly in the dark. Difficult to see everything, and you might miss something. So that's the car I came in. Banger 54. And let's have a look, see if we can get round the back of the lot, as they say.
I'm tired. It's
Nope.
cold, and it's probably about to rain.
It doesn't allow you to go around the back, so everything that is to be solved needs to be solved here. That's a pick up and throw. Reception, we did the bell. Let's see what we've missed. Clearly missed something. We did the phone. Bit of blues. Some random photos that don't really seem to mount in towards. Ask the receptionist. It's 8:05. It's got a weird stereo thing. If you move your head just slightly away from the sound source, it turns it off completely, like that. That's going to shut the door, I think. Anything? So it's got to be something in that dark. We did that one. We had a look. There's nothing down there. That book No other light source. And the keys are empty. Dennis Boswell. Let's get his chair over there. Now, I'm going to cheat a bit here, I think. We're going to turn up the gamma and the brightness. Always a good way to make sure you don't miss anything. We'll set it back after. I wish I could just press a button and come out of this. Jeez. Right, so incredibly pixelated, as you can see, but we can at least see some shapes. And it looks like a TV. There we go, as a note. Eddie, I tried to call you, but there's no signal. You'll probably be here in a few hours, so I'm gonna doze off for a bit. The key will be under the doormat. Can't wait for you to be here. Oh, I'm in room 2, Diane, there she is. So she changed her name to Dana, or the dude writing in the reception dude got it wrong. I'm just going to see if I can put some lights on for you guys. Boom! There you go. What's new? We'll come back to that. Remind me later. Good. Okay, you can see me again. Okay, so Eddie, she tried to call. There was no signal. Key will be under the doormat. Okay, so how do we get out of there? Under the doormat. Find Diane in room 2, and we're going to look under a doormat in front of the door, or a door. That's just a drop and pick. Drop and pick. Pick and drop, I mean. That was a bottle we threw earlier. Okay, right. We can set the options back again now. Video. Oops. Video rendering reset. There we go. Dominic, how are you? And Link as well. How's it going? A quick synapse. Do you mean synopsis? Is that what you mean? Yeah, good to see you guys. So far, all we've had is a guy with a gun talking about life, and he's at some motel looking for somebody called Diane, and it's very much one of those kind of point and click, try and solve stuff, find stuff out. Diane is in this room, and we now know that the key is under the mat. There we go. That's succeeded. Key used. Right. Progress. Just had... sorry, I've got... the chat on OBS is slower than the chat on YouTube, and I've got them both kicking away. I'm good. Just had a very enthralling game of Hell Let Loose. So I'm pumped. Far too hot to play stressful games like that. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's actually pretty warm here, but a heck of a lot cooler than where we've just been. I'm really good. Thank you so much, my friend. Dominic, hope you're keeping well as well. Thanks for popping in. So I don't really know who Diane is. I think it's his wife. Disappearances during the night. Michael Ridley is the 4th case of strange disappearances to have happened this month. It's by the same. I think it's by the same guys who did Is Martha Dead? I think that's the name of the game, isn't it? So it's that kind of story you need to explore and unravel the story by finding the clues and putting stuff together. Michael Ridley is the 4th case of strange disappearances to have happened this month. Similar to the previous cases, Mr. Ridley's clothes were found in a pool of blood. Sheriff Matthews is asking everyone in Dormont to stay inside after dark. Oh, so Dormont's the name of the place, not the name of the guy. Thank you. Well, we've got the new COVID. Dre, yoo-hoo, member for 15 months. Excellent stuff. Thank you so much, my friend. We've got almost 4.5 million cases of COVID, and it seems to be going up almost a million a week. It's just ridiculous. But the government aren't talking about it. It's nothing in the papers, nothing on the news. I know I know of 3 people that have died over the last 3 or 4 weeks from COVID. Not they weren't personal friends, but they were relations of staff or friends or people I know. So yeah, I made sure I wore 2 masks flying back from Greece yesterday, because it's definitely back on the rise, or at least the new variants BA4 and 5 are. So yeah, absolutely, everyone has to be. At the end of the day, I think, particularly with our government in the UK, it's going to be a case of you just have to do the right thing for yourself, because they're not interested. They've got their heads elsewhere right now. Yeah, well, I don't know, but I don't think BA4 and 5 have made much of an appearance in the States yet, but they've certainly, it's certainly kicking off out here. And I think I'm right in saying it was first identified in either Belgium or Denmark, but I may be wrong. Don't know that I meant to turn that off. Is that TV? I think it. Oh yeah, it's Charlie Chaplin. Just spotted, and I think it's. Oh, what's the film called? Where he is out in the Klondike, the Gold Rush. Of course, it is the Gold Rush, but it's just like 2 frames of the Gold Rush, which, interestingly enough, now is over 100 years old, so it's out of copyright. You could put the entire movie on there, and they probably wouldn't get sued. Yeah, there you go, Zero. I mean, it's. I know after Glastonbury, it went boom. It's just a really nasty, far higher chance of transmissibility than with the previous Omicron and Delta waves. So yeah, symptomatically it's technically not so bad for some, but apparently this one's hitting younger people far more than the previous ones did. Oh, where's the phone? Ah, here it is. Oh, well, that's a bit spooky. Cloud Gaming Dad, how are you? Good to see you. Thanks for joining. Stay in the light, says this very spooky voice. So this looks to me like a game that's going to take a turn for the worse. Ooh, thank God for that. So the only thing I would say with this game, which, to be fair, is a minor criticism, is that you've got to move your cursor over everything to determine what you can or can't interact with, and what, you know, like these mats, for example. And it would be pretty cool if they at least had a little sort of highlight or something just to save time. But that's the game, so that's fair enough. That's how the developer intended it to be. So Diane is definitely not in here with that much. I think we're... Oh, interestingly, the TV has turned off of its own volition. Don't think there's anything to explore in that bin or that bag. Can't remember. I don't think there's any clues in this. 4th case of strange pool of blood. No. Find Diane in room 2. Well, we're in room 2, and I'm not seeing much in the way of any signs of Diane. Dirty Diana. Which country, Zero? I'm on my 3rd, I think. Although that was back in Feb. And apparently with the new version, the new variant, even if you've had millions of vaccinations, If you've not had one within 3 months, you're susceptible. And also, it's worth noting the symptoms are different as well. You don't get the whole lack of taste. I don't think you get the sore throat. You get a bit of nausea and some other stuff going on. Denmark, okay. Yeah, we're not getting offered in the UK. We're not getting offered vaccines at the moment. We've got some very strange political shenanigans going on, which you'll probably heard of, with our illustrious leader, Alexander Boris de Pfeffel Johnson. And yes, that is his full name. His name is Alexander. Boris only comes into the second name. He is trying to tell the country that he fixed COVID as he fixed Brexit. So if you turn off the lights, it said stay in the light. So if we turn off the lights, I wonder if that draws Diana out. Oh, there's a light up there as well. Get this chair out of the way and try turning that one off. No, that's to stay on at all times. So if we turn off the bathroom and then stand under the fan, let's see if that helps. No. Can't even turn the aircon on. Yeah, he's an idiot, my friend. His catchphrase is, I got all the big jobs done. I got COVID done. I got Brexit done. None of it's true. Brexit was never a thing to be done. The British public were done. Well, there is some speculation on that front, Zero. It turns out that all the medical staff that treated him were forced to sign an NDA. And somebody's actually said that he didn't have it at all, that it was just politically motivated. Let me put these lights on. Oops. Oh, that turns that light off. Oops. Okay, well, nothing's happened. I was expecting some kind of ghostly goings on. Yeah, exactly, Jim. Exactly. How are you, my friend? I have no time at all. I mean, don't get me started. You don't want to hear me go off on a political rant. Nasty, evil people. All of a sudden, of course, they think we need a big change. We didn't need a big change a few weeks ago. So it said stay in the light, or at least the phone call said stay in the light, which we did. So if we turn, I feel like it has something to do with light. There's obviously, can't get in there, can't do anything about that. We turn that off. Why is that wobbling, other than it's just a physics thing? This we've looked at a million times. Close the fan in a pool of blood. Yes, I hear you. I hear you, Link. Right, the lights are all off. And except for that little one there, but I don't know that we can do anything with that one, or even if it's just a glint. Aaron, how's your beach? Your beach videos did make me chuckle. He looked freezing in that water. All right, what's the opposite? Put all the lights on. But I'm fairly certain we've had that situation. Charlie Chaplin was on just now, but that's ceased. The water was cold. It looked cold. It looked brown and cold. It looked like I tell you what. I tell you what it reminded me of. Not so much a beach, but like a lake. You know where you get that kind of iron colour, discoloration from the sort of the minerals in the water. Where are you going? Anywhere nice? You staying within the States or for your holiday, your vacation? That's only a few days away, isn't it? That'll be great. Ah, there you go. You see, mate, observational. I thought as much. I thought this looks much more like a lake, that kind of lake water, fresh water than sea water. Ah. I am really stumped on this. There was just a voice that said, stay in the light. And we've put all the lights on. There's water running, but there's nobody. So if you turn, I've turned all the lights off. I've done the reverse. And if you have to do the lights in a certain order, that's annoying. Hey Paul, how are you, my friend? I'm good. Good to see you. Thanks for dropping by. Yeah, I'm good. I'm glowing. I'm radioactive. Right, I've turned all the lights off. We're having a look at whatever it's called, The Remains of the Day or whatever, with Anthony Hopkins. Oh. Right, there we go. Progress. We turned all the lights off and then had to leave. But that's my whole point. How the hell would you know that? That was just a random lucky click. Right, what now then? Presumably we have to go follow the car. Let's run.
Great. What do I do now?
Hope you're well, Paul, by the way.
Diane's not here. This place is empty.
Okay. I wasn't able to come this way before. Now we can check our objectives as well. Which I did. I'm pressing Y, nothing's happening. Yeah, do you know what? They were great, but I never watched them, and I'm very much aware of them. Is it Jim Hackett or something? And the actors were amazing, and the clips I've seen of it are so funny. I really must at some point. What happened then? That's what I just said. I really must go back and watch them again. Yeah, but you said that last time. I had to turn the light off. Ah, good stuff.
Hello?
Hello.
Shit. Why are they holding an axe?
What are they? Let alone why are they holding an axe? Stay in the light. If you're in the light, they won't come. So what happens if I'm not in the light? Ah. Ooh, that was a lucky find. So that looks like literally we have to stay in the light. The lights have all gone off down there, haven't they? Yeah. Nothing here. Can't drive it. No. Yeah, who wrote it? Do you know? Was it L2 to run? Ah, it's turning these things on as we go. Oops. Not much of that left then.
There's a house. Maybe they can help me get the door locked.
Ooh. Staying in the light.
Is the door open?
Oh, it's my old granny.
Who are these people?
Jay and Lynn. That doesn't ring a bell. They must have. I don't know. Maybe that's that was their thing, and I will forgive their wickedness, and I will never again remember their sins. Hebrews 8:12. Alan Wake. I was thinking that actually, Paul. Yeah, I was thinking that earlier. It has a kind of Alan Wakeism to it, doesn't it? Has that kind of feel. So that's just some old proverb. There's always this poor old Victorian lady who was like really chuffed to have her photo taken and didn't realise that in years to come it will be used in some horror flick game. Right, we've got these footprints going into here, which is dark. Which we don't want to be in the dark. Yeah, see what happens when you stay in the dark for too long? You start to lose consciousness, I think. So... oh, there's those creature things. Where are they then? There's a light here. Right, chaps. Right, boys. It's... oh, what? Oh, I was just trying to be friendly. Damn you, apes to hell. Very weird. Right, so we won't wake them this time. Just click everything in case we need to. Head to dormant. Right, so we know we can't. Yeah, old lady. And don't think you can turn that one on. So we turn that light on and not go through that door. Let's have a little look around here. It's stuck in the... that thing is literally stuck in the shelf. Look, you can't do anything with it. I don't think it meant to be fair, but I'm sure that's not what they intended. From the future. That old lady's my daughter. Well, there's a light. Oops, no, don't do that. Don't be doing that with the lights. The hell's wrong with you? Hello? There's a light. It's still not as good as Everyone's Gone to the Rapture, which I think is actually Everybody's Gone to the Rapture, but I prefer Everyone. The body of a 13-year-old girl was found near Dormont Sawmill. The victim presumably came off from the bike trail and fell. Authorities have deemed it an accident. No further investigations required. Yeah, exactly. Jim's, it definitely has that. Definitely has that feel to it. I've got a great big bright light shining on my face here, which only goes to add to the atmosphere, to be fair. But I'm with you on this. Oh, we've done that one. Get off. Okay. You just kind of... the only things I've said is that you have to literally move your cursor, your mouse or your controller everywhere, because it doesn't make it obvious. Which is, it's the game. It's fair enough. What you're meant to explore. Well, that's locked, thank God for that. Up the stairs it is then. We've done all these rooms, then all the lights. Is it dark up there? This door is stuck. Oh no! There was a dude at the top of the stairs. Dag nabbit. Oh. There's definitely no rogue. It's a bit of a rogue. Sorry, there's no save point, so I don't think you have to explore everything again. You just have to progress. So there's not much point reading all those things. I don't think you don't get scored for it or anything. I don't think there was anything in the kitchen that we needed to. I mean, obviously there's those weird dudes out there. Oh, there's one there. Look. Stop it. He was just looking through the window, I think. And there was nothing in this room anyway, so we're back to where we started, going up the stairs. Do we want to go up the stairs again? That's the question. We couldn't go... There's no light switch that I can see. That door is locked. So we're going to need some kind of a light. Let's go down to the kitchen and see if there's a candle or a flashlight or something. Aha. She won't take me. Maybe not, but there's a toilet. We can't take that anywhere. Oh, is that stairs? So I can't see. It's too dark. So there we go. Okay.
What is this for? So many pills on the sink. Did someone overdose on them?
Don't think there's anything else in here. I can't. No, I think that's that room done. We'll leave that light though. Right, so let's see if we can find...
The easiest way to get my app is probably to go to eevee.com and follow the links.
Thanks, Alexa. What? What was that all about? Struth, I tell you what, if I was a man of a tighter age, that might have made me jump through the floor. Oh, thanks, Jims. No, I know he did. He did the yap. I was a little bit sad actually that it didn't get as many views as I was hoping. The first one did okay, but the second one did about half as many, and I just wasn't sure if it was because it was just too much. But yeah, he does like a good old chat, does Clive? He does. I hardly. Oh, and the other annoying thing was that there were some really weird edits in the first one, and I have no idea how they came to be. I spent hours editing the video and chopping out, not necessarily chopping out content, but just lots of ums and ahs and all that kind of stuff. Is that a light for out there? Or is it? Yes, it is. Ah. Is that going to help us, though? No, it's not. Get back. Get back. But yeah, it was really weird edits. I have no idea how they got in. So a lot of it's a bit disjointed, and there were some good comments that I made that got chopped out, which annoyed me. So it's ended up with me not saying a great deal, but that was good. I think the difficulty is that it's a fine balance between people who have a lot to talk about and are interesting, and equally not having someone who wants to literally go through every single thing that's ever happened in their life. And the one I did with Ray was brilliant. And I mean, I really like this one. I was really proud of it, but I just didn't get the interest, sadly. Came together nicely in the second for me. Can see his line of thought a bit more. Yeah, and hopefully you picked up on some of the sort of psychological points that I made, which, you know, had sort of tied in a lot of the early thinking that he did. But no, it was good. I learned a few things as well. I knew a fair amount because Clive and I go back a long way, and we've chatted in the past about sort of various career moves and stuff. But I learned a few things. I didn't know he had a published play, for example. That was interesting. All right, so there's a fire and a candle. So there's a candle. I will forgive their wick of a candle, wickedness, or am I being too clever? And I will never again remember their sins. Or maybe I was just being too clever. But there is a candle. What's this? Nothing. Nothing. Sometimes these little buttons that now the only thing that I've seen that could possibly light a candle is the oven, but it won't let me pick up the candle. Yes. Yeah, that was interesting, wasn't it? That whole mad scientist thing. I mean, there was a lot in there. You could certainly get a fairly good feel for Clive, I think, by really listening to what he had to say. Very interesting how certain traits were established when he was quite young and had gone on to pretty much line out how the rest of his life has gone. So the one with Ray is really good because it's only about an hour long in total, and I really enjoyed that one. I think that's quite an easy watch. I'm planning on others as well. There's one particular gentleman who I was going to do originally. I was going to do 2 episodes while I was away. One of them was going to be Clive, and the other one was going to be this other individual. As it turned out, Clive's was 3 hours long, and I decided to just dissect it and put the 2 parts up instead. And the other individual was quite happy, so it was fine. But my only concern is that the other one could have quite a lot to say as well. So I may need to create some ground rules, I think. Or do more vicious editing. I'm glad you enjoyed it, though. Thank you. That's the first real comment that I've had back on the shows. There's more candles, but we're not getting far. So, okay, so it looks like we need to go upstairs or down to this door here. That one's locked, so either we find a key to unlock this one, which is where we're most likely to find... Look at that. Blew that physics up. A torch to go upstairs with, because I think that's... No, it's not going to give you a torch, is it? If it gave you a torch, you'd never have this whole mechanic of needing to be in the light. But there's surely got to want to give us something. So have I missed anything here? There's no light switch on the stairs. I mean, there's this one, but you don't want to be turning them off. That one does the kitchen. We turned one on in here. And there. I can't see one glowing. And if you can see the dude there, look. So if we get too close, we've had it. And there's nothing. No, is that a door? No, get downstairs, get down. Just escaped. But I kind of feel like, I mean, there is no, that's the only light there. Hey, hello, Happy. Thanks for coming back, Martin. How was your documentary? I'm enjoying this one the most so far, I have to say. I mean, feels like it's fairly old, I would say. I wouldn't say it was a new game, but I like the kind of supernatural side to it and the fact that you've got to kind of think. The only thing that is just doing it down for me is that I've got to keep moving the cursor over everything until I find something that's a clue. And it would be quite helpful if there was something that pulsated. But like I've said a couple of times now, that's sort of giving the game away, isn't it? Oh, no, I thought I saw a light. Let's move these chairs out of the way. Your opinion on cloud gaming platform holders and where do you think they're going different ways? Are you saying what is my opinion on the different cloud? Well, I think they're all fairly obviously going in different ways, aren't they? You've essentially got your Netflix kind of gaming on demand, I suppose. Video on demand, gaming on demand. You know, the way that Netflix works. So your Lunas, I guess. And then you've got the guys that are stores. I mean, Stadia is still unique. As much as people say it's not, it is. It's the only service that allows you, well, firstly, that you can only play games that you buy in the Stadia store, and or you get your free games from being a Stadia Pro subscriber. So it's unique on that basis. Luna, I think, is the same, but at this moment in time, correct me if I'm wrong, you can't buy any games there. That's purely a Netflix video on gaming on demand service. Boosteroid is a sort of a GeForce Now come shadow. I still kind of feel that they're going to come unstuck, though. There's something about the service where, yeah, they're saying, yeah, it's a PC. You're playing your games on our PC. Well, we know what happened with the gaming industry in GeForce Now not that long ago, and I kind of feel like that something is going to happen. Just a thing at the back of my head. What else have we got? I mean, you've obviously got Xbox Game Pass, and that is a mix. Again, it's a sort of, you know, you can't buy. Well, can you buy? You can't buy a game and stream it, can you? It's either. I don't know. Can you buy games on Xbox Game Pass if you don't have? It's Ultimate, isn't it? That has Xbox Cloud Gaming. If you don't have Xbox Cloud Gaming as part of your Ultimate package and you buy a game, can you stream it? I don't think you can you? Yeah. Yeah, I think there are lots of things about, personally, and I hear what you're saying, Paul. Personally, I think there are more positives than negatives for Stadia. I know people complain about the lack of games, etc., but that's lack of games that appeal to those people. There's certainly no lack of games, and that then walks into the world of subjectivity. And are you a collector, or are you somebody who, you know, has a particular genre of game that you like? And if that's not on Stadia, then it's not for you. But there's certainly plenty of other options. Obviously, PlayStation Premium Plus has just launched with the merger of PS Now. this guy is the one. I feel like we need to get past him. Yeah, well, I mean, look, I've got pretty much all of them except for Luna. And I would say on a good day, Stadia's amazing. Now, this game, for example, is quite clearly 1080p. But to be fair to them, even if it was a new game, I understand why, because the game, most of the game takes place in a very, either in the dark or with a very muted palette. The graphic style is fairly simple. There's not what I would say, there's no ray tracing or semblance of ray tracing. The textures are very modest. So, you know, maybe they took the attitude that they don't need. Why do the footprints stop there? That they didn't need to be any more than that. Plus, it's Wicked. Are they called Wicked? And I mean, having played Martha recently, that was definitely 4K 60. So I'm thinking it's just one of their earlier games in their catalogues. And that's fine. That's all okay. But yeah, I mean, GeForce Now, if you've got the money to pay for it, plus the bandwidth, looks amazing. Works really, really well. I've got a Shield Pro, and that technically does 4K. But to be honest with you, sat back from a TV, you wouldn't really notice if it was 1440 or 4K. Okay, thank you, Paul. Sorry, thank you, Martin. xCloud will get some games you can buy. So I think with xCloud you can. There's a selection of games in the cloud that you can play, and you can install them as well. But I don't think it's the case that you can, if you went and bought a game that wasn't in the cloud, that you suddenly have it available to play in the cloud, which is obviously the case with Stadia. What else have we? Have I missed any others? Those are the key ones, aren't they? A lot of people are talking about Boosteroid at the moment because, of course, they're saying that they're heading into South America and they're going to be pushing 4K, and then they're going to go for this and that and stuff. And I've heard that a million times in the past from other services. We'll see. And it's not that they couldn't do that. As I said, my fear with Boosteroid is that it's very much a shadow PC type scenario, and we know what happened to them. And the thing is, all of these services, if you have to pay for them, you can do it all on a 1 month basis. So if you see a game that you really want to play, you can subscribe for a month and play the darn thing, and turn it off at the end when you finish the game. So we've got some stuck doors. Don't do that. Stuck doors, and that's interesting. There was a demon dude in her photo, I think. Yeah, I know. I hear you, Zero. Yeah, a lot of it's going to come down to porting, isn't it? And there was definitely some shenanigans because it was a will they, won't they. Although it had been cleared for Stadia, all of a sudden it's now being announced that it's coming to Stadia. And usually, from my experience, what that means is that Stadia have looked at the port and gone, not happy with the quality of this, and they've sent it back. And I think that's probably what happened there. They don't talk out of shop, which is fair enough. Okay, looks like we were meant to come this way, which is good. But I suspect that the port wasn't amazing, and they've sent it back for tidying up, so I hope it still is. Yeah. But again, it depends, isn't it? If Stadia is your main route to playing games, Well, it wasn't bordered, was it? We came in that way. Interesting. There's a light on up there.
Automatic doors. No key.
Oh, tractor. Martin, I never look forward to buying games. I try and not to buy games. That's why I subscribe to all these services. I just try not to buy games. I would much rather. That's why I've got Ubisoft Plus or
That light is probably dormant. We need the sunflower tree.
turn on field lights. We definitely did the right thing coming out by the look of it. There's obviously some areas that we're not. Field lights. Okay. Wow, 450 games. I guess you guys are long-standing Xbox
It's missing a fuse.
owners. See, I only got the Series X. That's my first. Actually, it's not fair. I did have a slightly older Xbox, which I gave to my youngest when she went to university. But what was it say? It's out of fuel. Yeah. But I mean, I got it largely for the cloud gaming and the free games. And I haven't been disappointed in their free games. And now PlayStation similarly providing a ton of games. So I haven't got to a situation. See, the textures are nicer here, but there's a lag to it. I think this is the engine just can't really cope with particularly. Let's see if I can run into the light. There you go. Particularly strong textures. Find a field light. So I need to find some fuel. Is there any fuel around the tractor? Oh, this is do you have to do these in some form of a sequence? No. They're not changing, are they? So it's basically saying that, I presume it's saying that one red light. Oh, what did that give you? Well, obviously 1 terabyte. What does it come with? A terabyte? See, that's the other thing I love about Game Pass. So I've downloaded Route 96 today, and only because it's a game that I'd actually been quite keen to play anyway. I think it was meant to come to Stadia, annoyingly. And it looks really nice, so I thought, okay, I'll download it, I'll give it a go. But if I don't really enjoy it, or I'm not getting into it, I just delete it. You know, that's the beauty of it. And actually, to be fair, I actually find the cloud gaming to work pretty well on Xbox. I don't know if it's really sensitive to bandwidth or not, but I do hear a lot of people say that it's not great for them, and I just wonder whether that's to do with proximity to servers. It may be that they don't have as many servers dotting around as some other services. Oh, do they get credit for it today? Oh, I guess, yeah, that's what I thought. My guess is that they were part of the makers thing, which I don't think they ever got any money as such, but they certainly got support and tools and kit and so on. But my guess is that they got offered a load of money by Microsoft. They took it, business is business, but it will be coming to Stadia eventually. But it's interesting because I read somewhere that Stadia said that just because they're involved in or a game is part of the makers program, it may not necessarily mean it comes to Stadia, which is interesting. I guess they're just hedging their bets. Okay, let's have a think about this. We're looking for fuel. We have to stay in the light. See, if we go out of the light, these dudes get us. There's this thing, which I'm guessing is part of a floodlight system for the fields. It's powered by this, I think this generator, which requires fuel. Again, we've got to be careful. It's a pretty ropey bale of hay. Yeah, me too. That's why I've downloaded it, to be honest with you, Zero. I was really looking forward to it as well. I remember covering it on an old Stadia Rocks with Duncan, I think. Okay, so garage key. Awesome. No, not you. Nothing else. Good. Fuel in the garage. Get my bearings. Where are we? Over here. Crazy characters. I did see someone tweeted earlier saying that they'd made a successful run. What was that? Automatic doors, no keyhole. So the key to the garage is one of the doors that we had to open inside. The one by the kitchen, I guess. And the noise suddenly stops. This one. There we go. Get to that light quick. All right. Kerosene or gasoline. It's quite a fun little game, this. But I could see it being too frustrating for a lot of people, to be fair. It's definitely a... you can't rush this game. You've got to move your mouse over everything. Mouse controller. Well, it says gas, but I don't know that I can use it. Let's just drop it down. Oops. Yeah, I thought Monster Hunter was coming to Stadia. Yeah. Good old Minecraft. Yeah, I thought it was coming to Stadia. Right, there's definitely... I think what we need to do is find a button to open the garage doors. Let's see if we can just manually open them then. Oh, hang on, what's that? What's that flashing about? Fuse. Turn on field lights. Cool. So that needed, presumably needs to go in that large thing that was kicking about. Over here. Where'd you put the fuse? So where does the fuse go then? There wouldn't be a fuse in this thing, would there? Oh. Why would there be a fuse in a generator? Unless it was electric. Oh, okay. I'm not going to complain. There's the light. The light. A crow or something. Turned into the village.
Ugh, could this thing be any creepier?
Right. Progress. There was me thinking we need gas. That was going very... Oh, okay. Preparing shaders. Yeah, this is quite an old game, isn't it?
How did I get here? This was taken the day we met. We got married 2 years later.
Couple of the devs, no doubt. I love it when you find these games and there's obvious photographs on the wall and paintings and stuff of the devs. As if they're parts of the game. Well, this all went a bit weird, didn't it? Can't see anything that needs... Ooh.
What is this place?
Yeah, it's kind of fun, Zero. It's definitely... I don't know how long it is. Martha wasn't that long.
We were so happy back then.
Just... Excuse me. I've been used to time zones 2 hours ahead of where I am, so it'd be like half midnight now, a couple of days ago. At some point we walk across that log. Okay, go towards the light. Got some spooky dooky music as well. This is a bit more like Blair Witch.
That light. Where are you coming from?
There's a door. I'm temporarily ignoring the door because you know what it's like. If you go through the door, you may miss whatever was here. Yeah, it really does have kind of Blair Witch feel. Blair Witch vibes. Only not as pretty. That had amazing textures. As may this game in its non-Stadia format. I mean, you may be able to boost the graphics. Well, we have the bunny. Second level. Star Trek Resurgence. I don't know, Martin. Yeah, I mean, I have no idea, my friend. Oh, look, there's those dudes with their axes.
I remember passing through here. Dormont is just a couple of miles down the road.
What are they anyway? Like Terminators. Don't turn off. Why are they stood in the light?
Someone boarded the windows. I can't get to the door handle. It feels like something is wrapped around the car.
Needles.
I can't get to the door handle. It feels like something is wrapped around the car.
Oh, there's another door. It's not the door we came in, is it? Let's have a look. No. Stranger Things. Did you watch Stranger Things? Wow, that was so good this season. I'm glad I had my daughter with me to explain it all, though. Despair and sorrow. Brilliant. What are those things? No! Don't kill me. Dagnabbit.
White light. Did it bring me here?
Yeah, I agree, Zero. That's what I thought. Really good.
I remember passing through here. Dormont is just a couple of miles down the road.
A really great developing story, no spoilers. Initially I thought, oh, what's this? This has nothing to do with Stranger Things. And then as it developed, it was like, whoa. Amazing.
Can't get to the door handle. Feels like something is wrapped around the car.
Oh, bless you. No, I'm not going to, no spoilers, mate. You'll love it, though. Well, I say that, you might not. How do I know? But if you like Stranger Things, then you will. But it's much darker, Paul, than the other seasons. Definitely not one for kids, this one. There's a thing down there to collect. We missed that first time around. It's a bug spray.
How random finding this here. Just what I need.
So we have to exterminate some bugs. Yeah, he does have that look, doesn't he? And for me, the guy I loved was Surfer Bay Pizza Dude. Hey dudes. Hey pizza bro dudes. Oh, I thought he was amazing. He made it for me. It's a good show. They've really got their act together for this one, I felt. They've still got me bug thing. So, what are we supposed to use it on? This car?
I can't
No.
get to the door handle. Feels like something is wrapped.
Anything else changed here? Oh, there were those green things, weren't there? I wonder if we go back into that realm. I don't think there's anything here to exterminate. Now then, where were they? They were like little green pustule things. Over here? Yeah, there. No, nothing there. That was Goose Chase. Oh, what was that? That was a spider thing. Wow. Start again. There's definitely a roguelike thing going on here. Nee, 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 nee.
I remember passing through here. Dormont is just a couple of miles down the road. I can't get to the
So
door.
what triggers that
Feels like something is
door then?
in the car. Someone boarded the windows.
Still not on. Still not. What triggered that then? Oh, there it is.
Only I could pass through them. Hopefully I can find help inside the gas station.
Oh yeah, but I've got to pick up the old bug thing.
Random finding this here. Just what I need.
Yeah, but for what? Well, there's that spider thing.
Let's try this.
Aha.
It's too rusty.
So now we go back to the other realm. Yeah, she's a great actress, isn't she? A little bit cocksure of herself. I don't know if you've seen they do like there's a carpool karaoke thing on YouTube or Netflix or somewhere with all the actors, and she's just a little bit arrogant, but might just have been. She's actually a lot older than the others, isn't she? I think. Was it the boot? Oh, there we go. And now go back to the other realm. Oh, postbox. Found a key. Thanking you. Not sure what it's supposed to, but purely from a craft point of view, there's some really good little actors in that show. So, what do the lights coming on over here affect? Spider dude. Right, let's try and see this. There we go. So what? Let's cleared this out of the way. The old spooky rocking chair. Key, don't walk in there without a key. A light switch. You know there's no save point. Ooh. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? I mean, in so many shows, I was wondering if this could act like a mirror. In so many shows, so many well-known shows, that the key characters are British actors, which is really quite weird. I did. I asked that question on Google once. Why are there so many? And the response was just that they're good. Okay, I'm sure there's many American actors that would argue that they ain't that bad. But there you go. Quite weird. I mean, it may also be to do with unions and stuff. I genuinely don't know, to be fair. I think she has got an American passport, though. I think I'm right in saying that although she was born in Britain, no, she was either born in America and schooled in Britain, or she went to America at a fairly early age. Something like that. There's definitely... Oh, there it is. Boop. Perfect. There's definitely some connection that gives her sort of dual citizenship or something. Oh, look, Stranger Things. Talk of the devil. Jason was here. No, not the Jason. So we put lights on. Yeah, it's definitely a game I'd enjoy. Oh, I am enjoying it. Bob, I left the key in the mailbox. We got that key? Ha ha.
Hello? Anyone here?
Talking of devs in pictures. It's a classic. What's that? Scissors. Aha. Yeah, but does that last forever? How long have we got a light source for? Cigarettes. Plenty of provisions. It lights the gas. A floating toilet roll. So what are we missing in here then? Or was it just to pick up the old Zippo? They can't harm us, can they, if we've got this? Oh shoot, it's gone out. Oh no, I'm afraid now. Oh man. Oh man.
White light. Did it bring me here?
Oh, that would be good, Martin. Yeah, I've always fancied a bit of that myself. Too late now, but awesome.
I remember passing through here. Dormont is just a couple of miles.
That's the other thing. It really is kind of roguelike, isn't it? Once you fail, you've got to do the whole damn thing again.
Only I could pass through them. Hopefully I can find help inside the gas station.
Well, we'll grab the key while we're here. What it is that turns that on.
Can't get
It's
to
that.
the door handle. Feels like
So we can speed run this quickly.
car.
Okay, get the bug thing.
Random finding this here. That's what I need.
Spray the car.
Let's try this.
That sorts that out.
It's too rusty. It's too rusty. It won't
Go
budge.
back into the house. Over to the car. Turn the light on.
Somehow this feels too heavy.
Back into the thing. Speed demon. And back again. Into the house. Turn that on without getting caught. Can't think. Oh yeah, turn that plug on down there. That's it. That was all there is in there. Come around the side. And tells you there's a key. Don't need it.
Hello?
In we come. Pick up the Zippo. Yeah, it was perfect until it went out. There was nothing else in here, was there? We sort of scared a couple of these. I think that's enough for us. Right, now what? Is there anything here we need?
What do you people want?
Don't let them get behind you. So I'm not sure that we want to go that way anyway. There is a light that way. We kind of... Thanks, David. We kind of... Trouble is, if you, and this is the puzzle, if you go through with anything then that pops up in front of you, I don't know that I want to do it. Not because I'm afraid, but because I don't want to do the whole thing again. What's what's down this? Let's go this way. Oh,
Oh, hi. I thought you were one of them. Who are you? Are you alright?
Possibly, but I don't feel alone. My name is Annika.
I'm Edward. Nice to meet you, Annika. Anyone else?
Annika Rice.
You need to go. Mother is coming.
What? Your mother is here?
No time for questions. You need to leave.
Okay. Why? I can't just leave you here.
Go, Edward. You will see me later.
Go where? She's playing with a yo-yo. God, now there's a thing you don't see these days. So what I was wondering was... Yeah, that was definitely the way to go.
What the hell is going on?
Run for the light. Oh, yeah. Whew. What's that about? The third level? Third area?
There's someone in this diner. Where's the lighter?
I might call it a day, actually, guys. We've done pretty well to get this far. I might stream this one. I might continue to stream it. But it's a good save point. We've got through to another level. It's coming up to 11 o'clock UK, which means it would have been 1 a.m. a couple of days ago for me, so I'm still getting back into the swing of things, so I'm a little bit jaded. So I think I'll call it a day there. Let's see, can we save, or is it just automatic? It'll start back where we left, I'm sure. Good stuff. Well, thank you all for joining and welcoming me back. It's been great to see so many of you. Thank you so much. We've definitely given the new July Pro Games a run for the money, and I think this is the one, Those Who Remain, that, well, it's definitely the one I've spent the most time on by a million minutes. So this is the one I think, for me, I'll need to spend a bit more time with the others, but I'm liking the look of this one. I doubt it's very long. I have a feeling that it's one of those games where the time to play is wrapped up in the fact that you don't know where stuff is, and we've just seen how we can easily speed run through a level if you know what you need to do. So yeah, this is good. But another great month of games, no question of that. And I've still got some new Ubisoft Plus ones as well. We've got Rabbids, Party of Legends, Far Cry 3. I did notice there were some more coming as well soon. And of course, we've now got hundreds of trials. I want to give Outriders World Slayer Edition a trial. I was a bit disappointed to see that was £55, particularly when there were so many issues with the game initially. It sort of feels to me like if it's DLC, it should be more like 30 tops. That feels like a full price game to me. But I haven't played it, so for all I know, it is like a full price game. Don't think there's a great deal more trials. Let's have a look. Is there anything that I haven't played? Adventure Time, Pirates of the... Yeah, I haven't played that one. Played most of these, I think. Yeah. But I mean, what an amazing bonus. I know other platforms have trials, but nobody has this many. Absolutely amazing. Hat off to you, Stadia. They've clearly built something into the porting system that allows a developer to simply say, yeah, play for 2 hours, and it's just like a flag. And so the more games that are being ported over or that are being revisited, the more of these that we're going to see. Adam's Family, I'd like to give that a go. Of course, a lot of these are pro games anyway, so we've already had a good old look at most of them. Good stuff. Well done, Stadia. That's an awesome move. Oh, I see what you're saying. This is... right. So how much is the... it's 30. Okay, that makes more sense now. Thanks for pointing that out, mate. I hadn't spotted that. Yes. Well, I said about 30 quid, didn't I? So it'd be about right. It makes so much more sense. Yeah, I've got Outriders. Okay. I'm still keener to play the trial, though, I think, and see what I think of it, whether it's worth spending cash on. But that's good to know. Thank you. Thanks for clearing that up. David says, yeah, all the trials are bonkers. They still need to introduce compatibility with the apps instead of just browser version. Yeah, there's some definite consistency stuff that has never been properly dealt with. I feel like the app, the Android app and the Chromecast app is the thing that's been given the least amount of love. But that's understandable because it's so much easier to work. The problem they have is that app is floating around on loads of different systems, whereas with their website they can make changes as much as they want. So I'd like to see them do more, but I don't think you're going to get many changes there. Hey Primo, it's the thing that I'm most excited about because I can do a first look. Yeah, absolutely, particularly for you. Actually, now for me as well, doing more streaming game stuff. But yeah, being able to and you know, going back into them. So look, I saw most of them. I mean, the claimed ones, obviously, I can't see what they are. But I mean, that's a 2 hour. There's a 2 hour. 30 minutes. Actually, it'll be a fun one. I haven't seen that one. That's the same dudes that do the racing thing, isn't it? Half an hour, an hour, half an hour, half an hour. You definitely could, 45 minutes for the DLC. Give that a go. And also, if I'm right in saying, once you have completed the trial, it gives you the opportunity to buy the game there and then and carry on from the point you got to in the trial, which is brilliant. I'm not aware that trials elsewhere allow you to do that. It's like a one-off experience and you've got to go buy it and start from scratch. Yeah, it's really clever. Peppa Pig. Nothing wrong with... Have I ever told you the Peppa Pig story? The people that, very quickly, the people that invented Peppa Pig, created it initially, they were a small studio about 15 miles away from where I am right now. And it went ballistic, as we all know. It's a global phenomenon. And they are worth hundreds and hundreds of millions now. Just absolutely massive. And hat off to them. Peppa Pig. FC6 free weekend, but can still do the trial as well. Wow. And does the trial start from the same place then, Primo, as you did when wherever you got to in the free weekend? That's flipping good, isn't it? I know there are some games, to be fair, that I've heard on the grapevine you can pretty much complete within the time. But then they tend to be the games aimed at kids, so it's more about, it's less about us and more about them, isn't it? But there's hundreds, literally 100 and something trial games. Stunning achievement. Stunning achievement. What else have we got going on? There's a week playthrough, Savage Planet playthrough, July the 11th. Play January through 11th with Stadia Play Days. Is that... That's like you can play it as long as you like until the 11th, isn't it? There's no limit on the time. Unbelievable. I just wish more people would just open their minds up a little bit and explore this. I mean, you can literally come to Stadia now, play one of 100 and something games for up to 2 hours for free, or play something like Savage Planet for free. Is that only if you're... No, I think that's only if you're a subscriber, isn't it? But there's a ton of free-to-play games as well. Just sign up. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. Look at this. PUBG 9 to 5, Destiny, Crater. I want to go back and have a little play with Crater at some point as well. I feel like I never really gave that game much time. Yeah. What's this? Katamari Damacy. Ah, yeah, it's a bit of a weird one, that, isn't it? Sports games. The site's looking pretty cool these days. And good old Assassin's Creed Origins. Free to play. Oh, this is the what? It's the demo, isn't it? These are demos. That isn't. That is. State share. Stream Connect. Outriders. Yes, of course it is. I've seen people, Papa Bear Gaming and others playing it with Stream Connect. Crowd Play. Skull and Bones coming in November. That looks freaking good. Crowd Choice. All good. All good stuff. Right, enough of these shenanigans. It's that bright light shining in my face. Let me turn that down a bit. That's better. So there you go. Thank you so much, guys. Figment 2. There's so many good games. Avatar. Ubisoft have got some amazing titles coming up, haven't they? Granite, how are you? Yeah, I tried it and I couldn't get past the very early stages of the game, but I'm with you. I keep saying to myself, I must go back and blast through that. Yeah, play. I know there's a few games like that, Primo, that you can pretty much complete them, but they're the ones typically aimed at kids, and I think it's more of a tester of whether you would want your children to play with them. Extraction's a weird one, as Ubisoft controls the demo time from within game. Oh, as there are those 2-hour buddy passes. Oh, that's interesting. They control it from within the game. That is interesting. Right, that's it. Enough already. Get the hell out of here, you folk. Thank you so much. So much. Do you know what was weird? I was looking at my analytics earlier. And I guess this is the same for a lot of people, but it showed that 50%, half of the people that watch my content aren't subscribers. And I just think, why? It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe, and you won't be harangued unless you hit the bell. But there you go. I mean, it's lovely to have your stuff watched, but it'd be nice to 50%. If the other half of the people that watch my content subscribed, I'd be up around 4,000 subscribers. But there you go. Thanks, Granite. You have a great day, my friend. And Primo, the same goes for you. And I will catch up with you guys tomorrow, hopefully. I'm not sure what I'm going to be streaming, but I'm going to continue picking up from where I left off when I went on holiday and try and do a stream a day. I mentioned earlier in this stream, I'm also putting together loosely a concept of a new show for Rokk Play, which will be more about games that have been released this week or every week. And of course, Stadia Rock Show returns on Tuesday. So I look forward to that. Should be interesting. Take care, everybody. Have a fantastic Sunday or the rest of a Saturday if you've got one. And I look forward to catching up with you tomorrow. Take care.